on tonight's live stream, it would appear that we're going to be watching The Storyteller. Sorry, technical issues. There we go. Yeah, we do have lighting, but none of it's working all of a sudden. Just as I was just about to start the stream, all the lights went funny. Right, I'm going to grab my ukulele, and I'll get things started as I usually do, with a song. I've really been enjoying back in the US this start, but I've played that a couple of times to start things off, so I think I'll try starting things with a different... Hey Demna, how's it going? I've already been drinking, as Demna will attest, so... Slanjiva. And let's get this ball rolling, shall we? Woke up late on Tuesday and I'm looking tired and feeling quite sick, and I feel like there is too days and there's to focus on the time. Well, I made my way to the wardrobe, had some jeans and some t-shirts that seemed clean, top it off with a pair of old shoes that are ripped around the seams. I thought, these shoes just don't suit me. Hey, I put some new shoes on and suddenly everything is right. Hey, titular, how's it going? Right. Hey, I put some new shoes on and new shoes on, everybody's smiling. It's so inviting. No short on money, but I'm long on time. Slowly strolling in the sweet sunshine, and I'm running late and I don't need an excuse. I'm wearing my brand new shoes. Hey titular, how's it going? Great to see you. Woke up late on Thursday and I'm seeing stars as I'm rubbing my eyes, and I feel like there is something missing from my day-to-day life. Well, I made my way to the kitchen, had to stop from the shocker. Why I found room full of all of my friends just a dancing round and round. I said, these shoes. I said, hello new shoes, bye-bye blues. Hey, I put some new shoes on and suddenly everything is right. Hey, I put some new shoes on, everybody's smiling. It's so inviting. No short of money, but I'm long on time. Slowly strolling in the sweet sunshine, and I'm running late and I don't need an excuse. I'm wearing my brand new shoes. Take me wandering through these streets where bright lights and angels meet. Stone by stone they take me home. I walk until the break of dawn. I said, take me wandering through these streets where bright lights and angels meet. Stone by stone they take me home. I walk until the break of dawn, yeah. Hey, hey, I put some new shoes on and suddenly everything is right. Hey, I put some new shoes on, everybody's smiling. It's so inviting. No short of money, but I'm long on time. Slowly strolling in the sweet sunshine, and I'm running late and I don't need an excuse. I'm wearing my brand new shoes. Sorry, I got caught up in the text there. It's okay, brother gave me a drawing challenge. Create someone who... Ha! I'm looking different, am I? Yeah, well, it's because I don't have a moustache. It'll grow back, don't worry. Oh, you liking the lighting? Well, like I say, I've been changing the place around, but you'll get the full effect when it's my normal videos, but unfortunately when it's the live, the camera has to be... Bless me. The camera needs to be vertical. So, yeah. You're only ever going to get like a tiny, slim sliver of the room. But I've tried to make it as interesting as there's so many like interesting little things around my house that I wanted to like show you. But like I say, it's never going to fit in a tiny little sliver. I could put the camera far, far away, but then I wouldn't be able to read any of the text. Hey Ross, how's it going? Yeah, that's why I grew a moustache. You know, I got my first grey hairs. I'm 43-year-old and I got my first grey hairs the other week. And it's like, not like I haven't been waiting. You know what I mean? My sister's had, my younger sister has had grey hair for years. So... But that's why I don't usually shave. Right, I'm gonna play another song, let's see. This thing called love, yeah, just, I can't handle it. Yeah, this thing called love, yeah, I get round to it, yeah, ready. Crazy little thing called love, crazy little thing called love. Yeah, this thing, it cries like a baby in the cradle all night. It swings, ooh, it jives, ooh. It wriggles all over like a jellyfish. You kinda like it. Crazy little thing called love, crazy little thing called love. There goes my baby. She knows how to rock and roll. She drives me crazy. She gives me hot and cold fever, then she leaves me in a cool, cool sweat. So be cool, relax. You get hit, you get on my track. You get a backseat, hitchhike, and take a long ride on my motorbike. Ain't ready, ready, Freddy. Crazy little thing called love, crazy little thing called love, crazy little thing called love, crazy little thing called love. So be cool, relax. You get hit, you get on my track. You take a backseat, hitchhike, and take a long ride on my motorbike. You ain't ready, ready, Freddy. Crazy little thing called love, crazy little thing called love, crazy little thing called love, crazy little thing called love. A little bit of Freddy. Some Freddy on Friday. Let's do another song, will we? Before we hit the playlist. I'm gonna do this one because this I've just really been enjoying this one. Fluent from Miami Beach, BOAC. Didn't get to bed last night. On the way, the paperback was on my knee. Man, I had a dreadful flight. I'm back in USSR. You don't know how lucky you are, boy. Back in US, back in US, back in USSR. Back in the USSR. Been away so long I hardly knew the place. Gee, it's good to be back home. Leave it till tomorrow to unpack my case. Well, the Ukraine girls make you knock me out. They leave the West behind. Well, the Moscow girls make me scream and shout. The Georgia's always on my mind. Well, take me to the snowy mountains way down south. Show me to your daddy's home. Let me hear your belly like it's ringing out. Come and keep your comrade warm. I'm back in USSR. You don't know lucky you are, boy. Back in US, back in US, back in USSR. Back in the USSR. Back in US, back in US, back in USSR. Sorry I screwed it up there. It's never perfect with me, and I did start drinking before the stream tonight because it's Friday and I'm on my break. I'm only streaming because it's low effort and really it's just a casual chill and hang out with friends really at this point. But especially this week it's just a casual chill out with friends because I'm on a break. We were on a break! I sound like fucking Ross. I've been saying that so much lately. I'm on a break. It is so nice to see everyone out. I'm sorry I was playing the ukulele. I feel like I'm obligated to do some hosting stuff when I'm on the channel, but it looks like it's down to just us now, so I'll get the storyteller on the go, I think. Because that's what won the poll. There were a lot more people voted than I thought there would be. That's not to say there were lots, but thank you everyone who did vote because... Right. Living room. And it's episode 1 we're starting with, which obviously is Hans my Hedgehog with the Gruffle Hog. So, get your hankies out. Which should be really said for all of this stuff. This entire series is amazing. I've loved this show since I was like a little, like 7 or 8 maybe, I think. Whenever this came out. Whenever it got its UK release and we were watching it. Me and my gran would sit down. Even my mum and dad sometimes would watch this one. It was a good show. And I can see why they watched it. It's absolutely top notch. What some of Jim Henson's greatest stuff, really. You know what I mean? It's absolutely iconic. It's right up there with Dark Crystal, I think. Vodka. No, it's my usual. Slanja. Imagine a farmer and his wife. Oh, John Hurt's voice. It's quite incredible, isn't it? He's got such an incredible voice, John Hurt. Because his missus is rubbing noses with her dog. Yes. He's incredible. I don't know, a dog, some kind of dog. A lot of people don't know that the people doing the dog's voice is actually Jim Henson's son. Tim Henson, I think, does the voice for the dog, I think. The ukulele was awesome today, was it? I don't feel like it was. I feel like I was off my game today with the ukulele, but like I say, I started drinking before the stream tonight. I was feeling nervous, so. And then I had to catch up with Demna, because Demna's ahead of me tonight. Remember, he's not daytime drinking, because it's nighttime here in the UK and wherever he is. He's like ahead of me even. It's only you guys it would be daytime drinking in America. And if you're daytime drinking in America, it's Friday, here's to you. And if you don't drink, good for you as well, because Everyone in Scotland drinks, it's not allowed. The alcoholics have a real hard time in Scotland, I'll tell you what.
Now, to say you wouldn't care when you want something is a dangerous thing.
Hello, Will. What are you doing here, Will? This is... I need to mind my language in here about, young man. Every time. You need to ask permission to be here. A good rule of thumb is that if you need to ask permission to be here, you probably shouldn't be. Because you just never know what I'm going to say. Watch the playlist, by all means. This is a good one. I was watching this one when I was younger than you even, but the conversation might get a little adult. Sometimes it does get that way on the stream. You're a ninja, are you? You can get away with it. Speaking of ninjas, where's Pickle? I'll tell you who we haven't seen out for a while is Nibs. I hope she's okay. Well, I know she's okay. I saw her the other week on Nostalgia, but not seen her out for a while. Jeff! Jeff, my man, how's it going? It's really good to see you. What are you saying? Talent? Oh, dude, I'm flattered. Not really. Just messing about with friends. Who else have I missed? Good voice, bro. Oh, thank you. I had somebody saying bad voice earlier, and I was like, that's fair enough. I can. That's the funny thing, though. Usually, I can change my voice. I feel a little inhibited tonight. What with? Sorry, this is so loud. I'll turn it down a bit. Yeah, I can change my voice, but not so much when I've been drinking. I can't forget changing my voice. I can't even control my voice when I've been drinking. It does whatever it wants. Oh, I miss John Hurt. He was such an amazing actor. I love the stuff that he did with Beckett on film. The Samuel Beckett stuff that he did with... Gruffle Hog. Gruffle Hog. The prosthetics in the puppetry. Oh, this. Are you all watching, by the way? It's the Storyteller tonight. You'll find it in my playlists. For convenience. You'll find links to the wonderful people that have uploaded it to YouTube. What are my hobbies? Oh, I've got quite a lot. I've got quite a lot of hobbies. I mean, obviously on the channel, you've seen that I'm interested in playing the ukulele, obviously, and I'm into HEMA and outdoor survival. I'm really into like history. I'm fascinated by science and mechanics and engineering and. Really, I'm interested in everything, to tell you the truth. There isn't anything that I'm not, like, keen to give a go or learn more about. You know what I mean? Which is going to be one of the fun things about doing this channel, I think. I'm hoping that over time people, like, start suggesting for things for me to do on the channel that, like I say, I'm willing to learn and prepared to do things, so... See how things go. over the next 6 months while I'm still going to be doing the channel. And like I was talking to my friend Demna and Pickle earlier. I was talking to them and we were saying that if I reach like I said if I reach 1,000 subscribers, I would keep doing the channel the way that I'm doing it and keep trying to actually improve. And if I didn't do that, I would just be like relaxing things a lot. I mean, I'm not gonna like just stop altogether. I wouldn't want to lose touch with the friends that I've made, but at the same time, if I don't have like 1,000 subscribers by May, I don't want to like keep on putting in like endless effort and trying to improve the channel if not enough people are going to be like interested to warrant that level of investment. Because like I say, it's time and it's money, and it'll all cost stuff to get things to a professional level, but who knows how things will go. I said 1,000 subscribers, but I think if I even got 500 by May, that would be quite the achievement. But seriously, to everyone that has supported me so far, thank you so much. You have no idea what a difference it's made to my life generally and to my own self-confidence. And thank you so much, everyone. For those of you that have subscribed, and there's quite a few of the real ones just now. Dirty Creek Sports, speaking of real ones. Yeah, we've got CJ and Demna and Pickle and thing. Like, I know you're all in the chat just now, and all of you guys, thank you so much for showing an interest in this poor old sado Scotsman from the middle of nowhere and out in Scotland, just a little nobody. So thank you everyone for taking such an interest. It's been quite humbling, but at the same time, like I say, you've done wonders for my self-esteem that I don't think I'll ever really express to you on the channel, because I'd be too embarrassed, you know. Alcohol. By the way, it's nighttime drinking here, remember, DCS. Eh? It's Friday evening where I am. And by the way, we're watching The Storyteller. If you're into Jim Henson puppet stuff, we're watching Storyteller, where he does like amazing retellings of old folk tales, like old Hungarian folk tales and old like Russian folk like some really cool stuff that he decided to cover, Jim Henson, in this series. And then they do another series of like Greek ones, but it's not John Hurt. Always kind of made me sad. Not that I didn't like the other actor. He's a fantastic actor and a great storyteller in his own right, but he's not John Hurt, you know. How many people are John Hurt, though? It's no slight to him. It's just that John Hurt is John Hurt, you know. It's going to be hard to fill those shoes.
Here we are, dear heroes, in the king's great hall. And lo and behold, a handsome storyteller has been summoned to court to entertain the royal family.
Having in real life friends is great. I've got really a very, very, very limited few of like them. There's like literally a handful. I could probably count on less than two hands. Maybe just under my like true friends, like that in real life. But recently I've been making some really good friends, like-minded people, that just opportunities that I've had through finally using the internet. I'm what they call a technology boomer. I live out in the rural part of Scotland. My ex-partner was incredibly paranoid about the internet, so in the decade that I was with her, I never really used the internet to its full potential because she was so paranoid about it, and she was so paranoid about it in the decades since I've been with her. I still hadn't really used it a lot up until a few months ago, but I'm getting back out into the world now. Where's Deadpool? Not actually sure where Deadpool is. Will I ask him?
Do you know of me, lady?
I do, sir. You saved my father and gives you his life.
Do you know of this promise?
I'm live streaming just now.
Promised you would first do to greet me on his return.
What was that?
People are saying hello to you.
I'm your
There you go. That's him being messaged.
Life that come live with me in the forest. I want you to be
Do you know what's funny? I need to talk to my microphone the same way that I talk to you. Isn't that funny? I talk to you the same way that I talk to my microphone.
yes, sir.
very ugly.
Who, sir? Not so ugly as going back on a promise.
What happened there? Somebody got banned for something. Oh, hello. Lillian Mulder. Lillian Mulder. I like the name. That's an awesome name. What am I watching? The Storyteller, Jim Henson. We're all watching it. It's in my playlist just now. It's like links to people that have uploaded it. You'll find it in my playlist. And if you like the people that you'll find the links to, don't forget to like and subscribe to their channels, because they're the heroes. Like I say, all my channel does really is point out like the great stuff that other people are doing out on there on YouTube, and I just do like little hosting bits and occasionally play the ukulele. Like
Terrified princess lay waiting for her new husband.
it's really just a friendship by proxy, this channel is what it is. You know what I mean? I just share all the things that I'm interested in and want to show people. Would want to show my friends, you know, is what I put on this channel. So like I say, it's just a friendship by proxy channel, really. That's the way I like to describe it. There might be a proper name for what I'm doing, but it's just a combination of things. I make movie and TV show recommendations and make playlists for my friends to watch along with, and suggestions. Like I do episodes where I like suggest stuff for them to watch that they can watch for free on YouTube, and in the meantime just talk about things that interest me, like little fun facts or whatever. Occasionally a poem or a quote, or, you know, play the ukulele. That's kind of what I do here.
And she found herself going to the abandoned coat of hair and quills. Touching it.
I'm going to be changing the format when I come back quite a bit, so you'll see that I'll be kind of like focusing on the playlist as sort of their own thing, and like the shorts as sort of like their own thing, and then my own bits will be a lot more vaudevillian. Like you'll see a lot more kind of like more sort of random stuff that you might not
And that night, the same scene. Her husband
be expecting. Speaking of,
to sleep. A tender touch on her arm.
I have my harmonica here.
So
Where's my mouth harp? I've got my mouth harp somewhere. I looked it out specifically. Now I've lost it. It's about typical of me. That's just about on speed for me. Oh, this is something else that I brought out. Show people, look. Other skills that I've got, look. Thingy. Right, where's grip? Thingy now. How's that? Hey. I've no new. I've done this before. Way in South Africa. Hey, I've got a few South African friends. Hey, bro. Yeah, I know. I make Kit Girl look like an amateur because she was. That's the funny thing about it. They make her look really cool by doing basic moves really quickly. Like, that's how they make Hit Girl look cool. They give, like, a grown adult ass man a ballad song and make him do, like, a really basic move to open it really slowly. And then she does basically the same basic move, but much faster. But she doesn't do anything fancy. I know how to use a ballad song, though. I know how to use all the knives, because, like I say, I'm into hammer. You learn how to use knives in hammer. It's 10:04 in South Africa. Cool. It's just past 8 o'clock here. That was kind of Scottish. I don't know what that accent is. It's been a while since I've seen my friend. It makes me think I need to call my South African friend. It's been a while since I've seen him. I'm trying to think of his accent when I'm thinking. It's been a while since I've seen my South African bro. Hey, bro. Yeah, man. Yeah. Oh. But yeah, it's good to meet you. Awesome to have you here. You love the harmonica? No way. Well, there you go. I can play a little bit of harmonica as well. I was actually working on a new song tonight, but I'm not ready to start playing it yet. But yeah, I was working on a new song tonight for my harmonica. I'm just looking for my jaw harp. What the fucking... Because Will's here, I don't want to swear. You see what I mean? There's always some reason for me to behave myself. I want to not behave anymore. I'm kind of giving up on the behaving thing for a while. Because I feel like I've censored and sanitized myself for the sake of YouTube. And I'm like, why am I doing like the daytime version of myself? Like I'm behaving like my mum's watching, or... Because my mum isn't watching. Hey, I'll tell you that much for damn sure. My mum isn't watching, so... Need to stop behaving. What's up with my hair? I should have put some product in it, shouldn't I? I'm going to make a long cigarette and finish my drink, and then make another drink and drink that too. No, you silly lady. Why? Why do they always do it in fairy tales? They know what they have to do, and then they go and do the... It's like the horror movie of the ancient world. Do you know what I mean? They should be going out the front door, but they run up the stairs. They should be, like, letting the curse play out, and, like, in one more night, she'll have her true love. But no, she has to listen to her mum and go and burn his fucking skin on a bonfire. Hi, Makio. Good to meet you. I'm MrRay from Scotland. I'm Ray or Oz to my friends. Ray is my name. Like, it's closer to my real name than Oz is, but weirdly, that's not what anybody here calls me. They all call me Oz. Oh, thank you. Thank you kindly. Well, I hope I don't disappoint you. I am going to be trying to improve things over the next 6 months. You've picked a strange time to subscribe because I'm actually on a tiny little break. I'll be on a break for like the next week or so. But maybe the next week or two. But there's like almost 6 months worth of stuff backlog now. It's hard to believe that I've been doing this for like 5-6 months now. It's a strange feeling. Tempus fugit, as they say. Oh. What is it? Latina mia cola loquacious. Am I okay? Yeah, I think so. I'm actually doing a lot better than I've been in a long while. I'm just a little distracted at the moment. I should be paying attention to the storyteller. If I was like a normal YouTuber, that's what I would be doing. I would be paying attention to this and commenting on it. But instead, I always get caught up in the chats and talking to my friends and drinking and smoking and being a general disobedient role model. For those of you that know anything about psychology, you'll understand why I love a good disobedient role model. Hands up if you like being a disobedient role model. Hands up. Anyone? Anyone else? Disobedient role models in the group? If you don't have people teaching you what you shouldn't be doing by example, they're letting you down. It's actually, it's a series. It's The Storyteller by Jim Henson. It's up in my playlist just now. If you go into my playlist and scroll down a little bit, you'll find The Storyteller. But that was what people picked in my poll tonight. There were options of 4 things for this Friday. And if anybody would ever be interested in picking something out of the playlist to watch on one of these Friday night watch-alongs that I do, feel free to put it in the comments. Don't feel like you need to wait for it to come up in a poll. If there's something you'd particularly like to see that's in the playlist that I haven't suggested in the polls so far, let me know. And who knows? You might just see it in the next poll, and you can vote for it. So, in fact, if you show that much interest in it, I might just put it up that Friday for you, because it's not a big channel. We're all friends here, you know. Hey, disobedient role model, good man, like it. Llewellyn Mulder. I love that name, dude. That's a really cool name. It reminds me a bit of Lawrence Llewellyn Bowen. It's like Lawrence Llewellyn Bowen meets Mulder and Scully, kind of. You know what I mean? Like Mulder from Mulder and Scully, the pairing. David Duchovny. You know what I mean? Purple Heart. Do you want to know something? I'm interested in a huge range of things, and I'm interested in war movies, but war movies are definitely one of those ones that I need to be in a certain mindset for. I've had one of those lives where I've seen enough stuff. I wasn't in the army, but I've seen enough stuff that sometimes reality is just too real for me anymore. You know what I mean? I like to stick my head in the clouds wherever possible these days, but the next time I'm up for a good army movie night, I'll look out Purple Heart. Especially if it's free on YouTube. That's like kind of the thing that I do on this channel here, is like, I'm a real person that cares about stuff and is a massive nerd and has like an encyclopedic knowledge of movies and stuff, and I want to share that with my friends. And there's so much amazing stuff that's on YouTube that the algorithm will never ever show you. You know what I mean? It just won't show you. Even if you're interested, it won't show you either because it's restricted copyright and it shouldn't be there or whatever. Hello, Linda Peterson from from Denmark. Hello. Danke, thank you for joining us. It's not what it looks like. Denmark. It's not lederhosen. It's just leather straps. Cause I'm weird. What can I say? I'm a weirdo. I've always been weird. Oh, it's all in my playlist. If it's not playing, I would imagine it would be a regional block. So if you've got a VPN, change your VPN to the UK. It's all of it. I'm watching it right now, so it's working on YouTube. Like if you go into my playlists and scroll down, you'll find a playlist for the storyteller, and it has links in it to people that have uploaded it to YouTube. But it's like free and available. I'm what they call a technology boomer. I don't understand how technology works. I really only just very recently started using it. Like less than a year ago, I really started trying to get more involved with understanding technology, which has led me to this point. But honestly, I'm like Encino, man. I've been dug up from out under a rock, and I'm learning as I'm going along right now. But I've been putting together these playlists of stuff that, despite being a technology boomer, I am a massive nerd in my knowledge of like geeky stuff, particularly stuff from like slightly earlier, because I've just not long ago shaved, and I know I look younger. People are telling me I look younger, but I'm in my mid-40s. I know, Paul Rudd moment. Fuck, you know, but yeah. It's me and Paul Rudd. We've got those kinds of genes. We look like babies, but we're getting there. Mid-40s. Middle-aged. Officially middle-aged. Especially at the age that... The men in my family don't normally live much past 60. That's the honest truth. Like, there's been like one guy, I think, that lived beyond 60 in my family. We die young. So I'm more than halfway there. If you go by anybody else in my family, who all die of like heart attacks or strokes or... Oh, thank you. Yeah, no, mid-40s. I'm an old man. I'm an old motherfucker. What can you say? C'est moi. It's me. What are you gonna do? I'm old enough that I should know better, that's for damn sure. Hey. But I don't. And that's part of the fun, isn't it? Hey. God, I couldn't imagine how bored I'd be right now. You know that expression, it's weird being the same age as old people? I really get that. Like, I get that one strong. Like, I see a lot of people like, I saw, like, this hunched over old guy with a walking stick the other day. It was like, great, like, bald patch with grey at the back. Grey little bits of thing. And I realised he was the year below me in school. And I was like, oh, fuck, man, why am I old? It's when I look at other people I realise I'm old. I feel old. It's like Bilbo Baggins. I feel like butter spread over too much bread toast. You know what I mean? Like... Yeah, totally. Like, it's bizarre. No, I've got that Paul Rudd thing going for me, though. Hasn't done me any good whatsoever. All it's done is stop me from getting served cigarettes and booze. It's not been a favour. It's not like I was trying to attract anyone or anything, you know what I mean? If I was trying to find a partner, that'd be an issue, but I haven't been. It's been a total waste on me. I do apologise for all those people who are like, oh, I wish I had your skin. I wish you had my skin as well. I don't need it. I don't need it. You could have had it. I'm so sorry. And other such unwelcomes. We're on to Fear Not now, by the way, which is brilliant. And by the way, you see this young guy? If you recognise him, it may be because I suggested Still Game as a series. That's got to go up, hasn't it? I really need to do a complete playlist of Still Game for you. Because I suggested it in my playlists already as an episode. But now that I'm changing the format a bit, I think I'll give you like the full series of Still Game. Because it's such a funny series. And it stars him. Like the guy that plays Fear Not in this. And he plays a very different character in Still Game. As you'll see.
So there he is, our man Fear Not, dangling his feet in the pond, waiting to
Please speak my native tongue. I fit like Fusier days, I chavin, aye?
water begins to gather.
You see that what Queenie up the road? Aye, she's a right munter. Her and her that Dabby Sheen of hers is fucking way off. He's a proper. I'm gonna go. Aye. Fichta, we're gonna head on down the road and I'll stick a paper under my works there and be on a way. How was that? It was a wee bit of Doric. That's my native tongue. That's how I speak to the locals. Aye, I fit like... Och, nae bad. Who's it chavin, aye? Och, nae bad. Och, it's some muckle dreich weather we're haeing. That's the language we speak up here. We speak Doric. But that's not how I speak to everyone here. I speak English to everyone here because people understand English. Generally, hopefully. But it's not the language I speak either. I don't speak English either. I've had to learn English just like everyone else in Scotland. We're all multilingual here. Because we all speak, well, up in the northeast, certain regions in the northeast, like I said, the language I speak is one of the rarest dialects on earth. Is the dialect that I speak, so we don't really have a choice. If we don't learn how to speak English, we're proper stuffed with communicating with the outside world. Because, like I say, Doric it's a dying language. It's one of the rarest languages on earth, Doric. Or dialects of language. Because it's a dialect of Scots, which is also a rare language, but it's not nearly as rare as Doric is, which is the dialect that I speak locally. And my grandmother spoke. And my father is able to speak as I am able to speak it. But to say it's our dominant language anymore wouldn't be fair. Because, I mean, look at me right now. You know what I mean? I wouldn't be able to talk to you in Doric and expect you to understand me. And so it's no longer like the dominant language in this region in the same way that it used to be like even 30 years ago. Well, thank you for asking people to like and subscribe. It's really not my style. I don't feel comfortable doing that kind of thing, but it's nice that you would like me to get more subscribers. You're really sweet, guys. Thank you. Slanjavati, all of you. Good health, my friends. It's time for me to get a wee bit squinty, hey? Mortal, scuppert. Here we go. You fancy some Scottish words, Queen? Hey, hen, you ready for this? Scuppert, mortal, pleasing, steaming, 3 sheets, kiboshed. Oh, jeez. There must be 100 Scottish words for drunk. Why am I steaming? I said steaming. Bleasing? Have I said bleasing? Ugh, I'm too drunk. Remind me in future not to start drinking before the stream starts. Halfway through is probably the best time to do it. Hey. Which wouldn't be for another hour probably. And here I'm pouring another one. I'm not wise, am I? Which is weird because I know that I know nothing, but I'm still not wise. For those of you that get that. Well, Greek philosophy, friends. If you get that joke. Go Socrates. Yeah, I know nothing, but I'm no wiser, I'll tell you. I know I should know better, I know that much. And I leave 75 of my gifts should I not return. Is that meant to be an Irish accent? Like the other guy, he's good, but the dude with the red hair, that is such a shady Irish accent. Am I not wrong, Pickle? Hey, it's his Irish accent, not shady as fuck. It's not just me. I spent some time in Ireland, and I'll tell you what, I spent time down in Fenn-Kiltegan, and I picked up the voice there. I picked up the accent by ear, and this isn't too bad. I mean, it's not perfect, but it's not too bad. I could pass, you know? But that guy, whatever he's speaking, it doesn't sound like any kind of Irish I have ever heard. He's a fucking scattering gabshin. He's an Englishman. That's what he is. Pickle, tell him. It's not what Irish people are supposed to sound like. What he's doing in the storyteller just now. That guy with the red hair. What accent is that? What region of Ireland is he meant to be from? Why not? How? What Irish accent? That is no Irish accent. The Irish and the Scottish, both of us are horribly mistreated by Hollywood. We really are. Our accents are totally misrepresented. Groundskeeper Willie is some of our best representation in America. That's how bad it is, eh? Like, there's a big thing about representation in America now, but Scottish people, we're like, hey, Groundskeeper Willie. Like, that's the only one that we've really got. You know, that Rowdy Roddy Piper. What the actual... He's not even Scottish. Or he wasn't. You know what I mean? But the things that they do to our accents, eh? Scottish people, we're all like, I kind of do, I kind of do. And Irish people are, diddly-eye potatoes. It's like, fucking what the actual fuck, America? You've got to know that's not what we're like. Surely you know that's not what we're like. Please. Go talk to your girlfriend, Pickle Boy. Meow! Hey, Llewellyn Mulder. I'm glad that you're sticking about with us. It's generally quite a long stream that I do because I watch like as much of a series as I can. You know what I mean? Between 7:30 and midnight GMT, which not quite sure what that translates to that South African time, but if it's Australian, you'll be like if it's near Australia, you'd be ahead of us, wouldn't you? You're ahead of us by a few hours, I think. If I'm getting it right geographically. Which I might not be. Like I say, I know there's plenty of me still for me still to learn, despite being passionate about learning and having been passionate about learning ever since I left school. Isn't it funny how school will do that, you know? It's meant to be a place of learning, but the last thing you want to do while you're in school is learn. They've got it so backwards. The education system is so funny. At a time when you've got absolutely no focus and all the energy in the world, they tell you to sit in a chair and learn. And when you're ready to focus and all you want to do is understand the world around you, it's time to go out into the big wide world and start working. Do you know what I mean? There are wheels within wheels and cogs within cogs, I think, sometimes. You know what I mean? I don't think that's not on purpose. Well, I hope you enjoy, and if I start playing ukulele and it wakes you up, I do apologise. Because I do tend to, like, break things up from time to time with a little bit of ukulele. Because I feel like I need to warrant my worth as a host. Which is why I also talk the entire time. That and to avoid getting copyright struck, because you know what YouTube is like. Even if it's not music, even if it's like a good solid bit of dialogue that comes through uninterrupted, they'll try and copyright you. It's a nightmare. Tell you a joke. Oh, I've got some crackers. I'll try and think of one that isn't so rude it won't immediately get me banned from YouTube, will I? Oh, there's my mum's favourite joke. It's coming up to Christmas, but it's so fucking awful. I don't think I even want to tell that one. It's so bad, like genuinely bad, like Christmas cracker bad, you know. But let's see. I'm trying to think of a joke that's funny, but that isn't so inappropriate it'll get me immediately banned. Oh. Here's a joke that Germans find funny, right? It's a thing around here that Germans don't have a sense of humour. I happen to know that is completely untrue. Germans have a fantastic sense of humour. It's just that their sense of humour is different from our own. Because British humour comes from the inappropriate. And so if humour is at an inappropriate time even, maybe it's doing something that's totally normal, but at the wrong time that makes something funny. That's British humour. But Germans, there is a time for fun, and there is a time for work, and there is a time for jokes. You do not joke when it is time for working. Yeah? You know what I mean? There's like a serious... But when it's time to joke, they're really funny. And here is a German joke. What is the difference between a Frenchman and a frog? You'll see skid marks in front of a frog. There you go. That's a German joke. That's a joke for the Germans. That they'll think that one's funny. And the more that you think about that joke and why Germans think that's funny, the funnier it gets. That's a slow burner for you. That'll keep you going throughout the stream, that one joke. The more that you think about it, the funnier that one gets. What's the difference between a Frenchman and a frog? You'll see skid marks in front of a frog. Like a lot of puss, Llewellyn. What do you call a lesbian? Oh, I know this. What would you call a lesbian dinosaur? I like a octopus. It's a good one. What's the one? What do you call? What do you call a dinosaur that just got his butt kicked? Stegosaurus. My mum's joke. Oh Jesus, right. My mum's joke is one snowman turns to the other and goes, "Do you smell carrots?" That's my mum's favourite joke. My mum's a very simple woman. She's a very innocent woman. The joke that my father's favourite joke, I can't even tell you. I can't even tell you my father's favourite joke because... And I know it's my father's favourite joke because it's a joke that almost killed him. He had recently been in a horse riding accident and he had broken his neck. And he laughed so hard that it thingied something that he started going into an epileptic fit at a time when he should have been completely immobile because of his broken neck. And he started and it almost killed him, the joke. It was so funny. But I can't tell you it because YouTube would ban me for the joke. So I can't tell you that one. I'll tell you that at the end of my run. When it doesn't really matter if the channel gets like completely destroyed by YouTube. Because it would definitely trigger some kind of like hate speech or like something, you know. There's just no way that that joke would be allowed to exist on YouTube. The one that almost killed my dad. I'll tell you it's a Jimmy Tarbuck joke. I can tell you it's a joke from Jimmy Tarbuck. I will. That's what I'll do. I'll do it in Discord in the private members bit. In the second social Discord. That's where I'll tell that joke. The one that killed my dad. In fact, if I can look it up, if I can find it, I wonder if I could find the joke that almost killed my dad. That would be fun, wouldn't it? I'd stick that one on the channel. Maybe it'd give you a bit too much insight into my dad. Maybe you would be happy about that. Because my parents are very private people. You'll notice that I don't generally talk about them on the channel. Other than to acknowledge that they exist. Which, to deny their existence would be a bit weird. Everyone has parents, you know, but they don't like me talking about them, so... Because loose lip sync ships people.
Sure, that's right. Good policy. Do you have any spare stone? With a little water, we'll make some soup for my friend and me. Stone soup.
Some stone soup. I love this story. This is an Irish one, isn't it? Pickle. Pickle is the story of the stone soup, not an Irish one. If I'm not mistaken. I'm a big old nerd, like I say, and I'm into history, and I'm also into like ancient mythology from different cultures. I really love like African folklore, I really love Irish folklore, Scottish folklore, Native American folklore. Like I'm really like I'm interested in mythology as well. Greek mythology, obviously Greek mythology. That's kind of where I got started, was my interest in Greek mythology, but from all around the world, like I'm interested in that kind of thing, like creation stories and tales of ancient warriors and like even going back to like the Babylonian stuff. I mean, obviously we've got Gilgamesh, and that's like the original superhero in why more people don't know about like the story of Gilgamesh. Like even my own father was talking to him the other day, and he wasn't familiar with it, and I'm like, he's quite an educated man, my father. I mean, he tries to hide it because we're Scottish, you know what I mean? It's not a thing that you don't get to be proud in Scotland. You know what I mean? You're not allowed to be proud of yourself. If you are, you're a bit of a show off kind of thing, especially up in the kind of regions of Scotland that I live in. It's all a bit dour and suppressive here, you know, and so he doesn't show off his education. But I know he's quite an educated man, but he hadn't heard of, well, he'd heard of Gilgamesh, but he wasn't familiar with the story, which is madness to me. But it's just the way it is out here in the world. Tell some African. What about some stories about Anansi, the spider god? Anansi's one of my favourite ones, Anansi and his children. What about when Anansi tied down the great snake? There was a great boa that threatened to consume the entire earth, and Anansi tricked him by saying, "You can't be that big." And the snake, the giant snake, was like, "Of course I am. I'm going to consume the world. I'm a giant snake." He said, "Well, let me measure it." And he took the tall trees and lay them down and wrapped the tree to the snake as points to measure. And by the time he had wrapped the snake, it was just in a straight line and couldn't do anything anymore, and it saved the world. It's like little stories like that. It's like, I love kind of, I know that's a super simplified version, but if you're interested in like folklore and you've not looked into African folklore, there are some brilliant stories. And I would, as a recommendation, I would say start with like Anansi stories. There's a whole bunch of Anansi stories. There's stories like Anansi doing things on his own. Like he's like a trickster spider god, Anansi. And he has children as well that all have like their own powers and abilities, like superhero stuff. It really is, you know, like our the earliest human stories are like stories of like superpowered beings. Like they call them gods, you know what I mean? But it's all really fascinating stuff looking back over it with. Especially if you've got some context of what other cultures were doing at similar times or at completely different times that still tie in, and you can see the roots and the lines of legends, how they've passed. Some legends have crossed across the world. Like they've come all the way from Africa, all across the world. Like, it's really amazing. You know how they talk about the hero's journey? That's not an accident. Like I say, that the more that you look into ancient mythology from across the world and you're able to tie bits together and see what's new and what's old. Like, I don't like getting religious or political generally, but like even when you look at things like Christianity and you see like the Lamb of God and his 12 disciples. Now, are you talking about Jesus? Or are you talking about Horus, who was also known as the Lamb of God and had 12 disciples? Do you know what I mean? There are older stories. Like the Egyptian mythology is far older than the Christian mythology, but it's all the same story being retold throughout different generations and in different ways and in different cultures. Like, it's fascinating stuff when you really start getting into mythology to try and understand. Like, I got into mythology because when I was a kid, I loved fairy tales and like European mythologies, and they're a lot more current, many of them. Like the Grimm brothers did a lot to like put together a lot of the older stories and update them, but they link back to older stories, and you kind of need to look at the stuff before Brothers Grimm to get the truth behind where those stories came from culturally, because everything goes back to root sources. It's amazing. I know I keep saying that, but it's true.
away my fortune with it. That's it. I have no story and I have no money. Play on.
Tell one or two, please, Mr. Ray. Tell one or two mythology stories.
I'm sure you'll win.
I'll not give you one. I may forget stories. I may lose my fortune.
Let me think.
But I'll not.
There's some great Native American stories. There's the one about how the sun found his wife, the moon, and her sisters, the stars. With her sisters, the stars. It's or the old Native American fable about the scorpion, the fox, and the scorpion and the fox in the river. Oh, gee whiz. I'm trying to... It's always like this, when you're put on the spot, you're like, oh, which story will I tell? And then you can't focus on anything. Or I'm like that anyway. It's because my brain's always linking into all... I can't turn my brain off. It's like been my problem my entire life. I don't ever stop thinking about things, or why, or how, or what else. Do you know what I mean? It's just how my brain works. I'll try and focus on a story. In fact, do you want to know something? You might be tuning in at just the right time, because when I come back, I am planning on doing story readings on Thursdays. Or Wednesdays, maybe. Wednesdays or Thursdays, I'll see. But I'm going to start doing another live stream where I, like, read books. Like, I've got books of, like, old mythologies and stuff, and I'll be reading them, you know? Like, actually reading them. So you won't need to depend on my memory and my own human embellishments. Because that's one of the amazing things about myth and mythology. Because it's an oral tradition, it naturally changes with the telling each time.
Can you do anything?
Romanians like my accent. Well, I like the Romanian accent. I don't know how Romanian that is. It sounds more like Dracula, which is not really Romanian. I know that much. I don't know why I've turned into... it has just come out of Halloween. I have been watching a lot of horror and a lot of bad Dracula accents. That's why that's come out. You like my accent? Well, thank you. Wobble wobble wob. Oh, tell the wobble wobble wob joke, will I? Right. Ready to ruin your childhoods? Those of you that know who Bill and Ben are. Bill and Ben, the flower pot men, are having a bath together. Bill turns to Ben and says, "Flubble lubble lubble lub." And Ben says, "If you love me, you'd swallow." How's that for a joke for you? It is late night here. I'm sorry if you're watching in America and you're being fed blowjob jokes in the middle of the day, but I think that's funny. That was one that I learned in school. You know what I mean? We've got a different sense of humour in school. You know what? In Scotland, I was just talking about this the other day. My friend Sean over in 85 Nostalgia Street did a commercial. And it was all about, like, if you see something, be sure to tell the authorities. And, like, basically, it was, like, all about, like, if you see some criminal activity or you think of anything, you go to it. Up here in Scotland, we've got an expression, snitches get stitches. But more so, there was a poem up here. Tattletale, what was it? Tattletale will take out your tongue. Tattletale, we're going to take your tongue, cut it up into, it'll be in, oh, what's the fucking rhyme? It'll come back to me. Yeah, we have that expression too. Yeah, no, but hang on. Wait a second. 1 second. Where's the fucking book? Oh, I've got my wee book of abuse here. I should read that too. I have it written down somewhere. Actually, I had it written down for tonight because I wanted to talk about it. But there was something about, it was like Tattletale, we're gonna cut out your tongue and feed it to all the dogs in Scotland. Yeah, it was basically the thing, and that was like a schoolyard rhyme. We had other ones as well that were really bad. Ba 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 boom be, I met a boy today. He gave me 50 pence to go behind the fence. He counted 1, 2, 3 and stuck it into me. My mother was surprised to see my fat belly rise. My father jumped for joy. It was a baby boy. Hey, like there's some really messed up like right. So when we were wee kids, like little kids, like primary school, like primary 2 or 3, like wee kids. Those were the kinds of like poems that were thingy, and that's like. Do you know, can you imagine kids these days? Like little kids singing about stuff like that. Mind you, you go further back in the tradition, people think like Ring a Ring a Roses sounds quite innocent. But that was sung by children during the time of the Black Death. You know what I mean? That was a song about everybody dying around about them. A pocket full of posies. That was to cover up the smell of death. A tissue, a tissue. Sneezing was a symptom of the bubonic plague. We all fall down. That was like how kids process shit. And that's how we processed shit in the 80s. There was a lot of like abuse, there was a lot of things. And kids process shit in their own ways. And one of the ways that they do it is by making up silly rhymes, eh? And we had our own in the 80s as well. It wasn't just the Black Death. We had ba 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 boom be, eh? You know what I mean? It was different times. It's weird how we, like my generation specifically, we have watched the world change. We really have. We've watched it go from like a place where everything was analog. There was no such thing as the internet. You know, it was like, it didn't exist. If you grew up in the 80s, you knew a time without modern technology as we understand it. The technology we were using was updated stuff from our grandparents' generation when we were growing up. We had TVs, we had radios. These were like updated technologies. We had audio cassettes and CDs a bit later on. Like into the 90s we got CDs, but in the 80s we had audio cassettes. And that was just an update of vinyl, which had been around since our grandparents' generation. Everything we had experienced was updated versions of what our grandparents had. And then there was modern technology, where now I'm able to talk to you face to face from around the world. The world has changed in ways that we have seen that a lot of people don't understand, and it kind of messes us up. You know what I mean? Those of us that have had to go from where life was a slow-paced sort of thing. Like, older people, they haven't had to accept it. You know what I mean? They've watched the world change and they've got crotchety and secular and cut themselves off from the world. You know what I mean? The older generations. But ours have had to interact with this stuff in ways that other generations, they just grew up with it. Do you know what I mean? Am I making sense? You're Yorkshire. You're e-buy gum, lad. No, that was awful. E-buy gum. I I need to find a term or a phrase usually to get myself. Well, you buy Gumlad. Yorkshire, Yorkshire, Yorkshire. No, I'm not getting that right. Yorkshire. Here we go. I'm getting there now. Yorkshire accent. Yeah, here we go. Jesus, that took me a while to get into Yorkshire. You were born in 2009. Oh, fuck, dude. Don't say that shit. That makes me... I was born in 82. 1982. I was born in the last century. Like 20 years into it. Like backwards into it. Not even a little bit. Right at the start of the 80s I was born. And I've got like a weird memory because I remember a lot of stuff from like being really young. So my memory kind of really starts from like 84. Like properly. Like I start remembering things as I remember them now from like 84 onwards. So I've often gotten on with people quite a few years older than me, like 5-6 years older than me, is where most of my friends have always been most of my life. But I'm getting older now, and as you get older, your friends die. Hey, or move away, or get married, or if you're me, they mostly die. But I was a wild man, and my friends were wild as well, so shit happens. Motorbike crashes, aneurysms, jeez. All sorts have been drugs. Oh, so many by drugs. Aberdeen isn't the heroin's capital of Europe for nothing, you know. Like, it's, we've all seen our shit, man, up here. Your mum was born in 89! Oh, jeez, I'm old enough to be your dad. Literally old enough to be your dad. If I have banged your mum, I do apologise. And if I am your dad, I apologise even more. You could be, I have put myself about when I was a young man. I had a girlfriend called Mary. No, I can't give you her whole name. But what I can tell you is that her last name was Hitler. And I had another girlfriend whose last name was Hussein. So I've gone out with a Hitler and a Hussein. So if I've managed to do that much, you can imagine what I've done in between. So if I'm your dad, I apologise. Because it was international with me as well. There was a time where I was a very shallow young man. And if I met somebody from a place that I hadn't met somebody from before, I was going to try and have sex with them. Because that was the way that I was wired when I was young. Much to my eternal shame and embarrassment now. You can see me turning red. But that's the truth of it. That's the way that I was when I was a young guy. If I met you and you were like, oh, well, you know, we're going to have a little chat sometime. I don't know anybody from that. Maybe I should take you out for a coffee. I would love to learn your language. Yeah. Maybe I can show you my language. But my language wasn't English or Doric. That wasn't my language. You can guess what my language was back then. All you Americans, I'm sorry. I went out with an American girl called Nikki. Everyone called her American Nikki. And I don't know if I could do it again. She was from Phoenix, right? And oh my god, Ozzy Bear! Oh, Ozzy Bear! I fucking get flashback nightmares to this day from that shit. Ozzy Bear! Oh, Ozzy Bear, can you go out and get this? Oh, Ozzy Bear, can you do this for me? Oh, Ozzy Bear, you're the best. Oh my god, Ozzy Bear. Oh my god, she drove me fucking nuts. By the time I was done, I was like, get out! Get out! Just get out! You know what I mean? It was bad. It was not a nice breakup when that happened. Oh, Aussie bear. Oh, the birds and the bees talk. Right, this is the birds and the bees talk. This is the talk that my father should have given me. You ready? This is it. Don't ever have kids, son. Don't ever have kids. Because if you have kids, you'll go from being well liked to completely hated and really boring. Also, another bad thing about having kids is pregnant women. Pregnant women are the worst. They're hard work. They're really, really hard work. And then after it's done, they're never the same again. Something changes in them psychologically once they've had children. Their interest in sex is purely academic after that point. It's not the same. Don't do it, son. That's the talk. And that's the talk every father should be giving their son. Don't kill romance. Don't kill romance. Please. It's not worth it. Love your partner. Don't have children. Because that's the thing. You want to know something? My partner came with a daughter. Like, she had a daughter already. And I adopted her. And I loved my daughter more than anything. And by the end of the relationship, I loved my daughter far more than my partner. You know what I mean? Like when things went south between us, I still loved my daughter. And so kids are amazing because they provide you with a kind of love that doesn't exist in any other form. When you raise a child and you become a part of them and they are a part of you forever, no matter what. Exes can become exes. And is as involved with another human being as you can be in that sense. They can become strangers to you. But your child, you are built into them. And they are built into you. You know what I mean? And so it's a different kind of thing with your kids. But when you have kids, it does entirely change the dynamic of your relationship, and it's not the same, and you're not the same. So don't ever think that you're ready for it. That's the talk. And also, don't think that that means that your kids will always be around. As much as they love you, they'll grow up, and they'll have their lives, and they'll disappear. That's the other thing that you need to accept that's hard. It's all really hard. Don't become a parent lightly. It's idiocracy though, isn't it? It's only smart people that take that advice, and we're going to end up with a world full of fucking idiots, aren't we? All you smart people that are watching, go out and start fucking right now. Stop watching me, go out and start fucking. That's what you should be doing. We need more smart people, and I'm too broken. I'm way too broken, so it's up to you. Make smart people, go on. Don't let my bad experiences break you. Go and make smart people. My dad's a teetotaler. I had to learn to do this all by myself. It's been really lonely. I've never had a smoke with my dad. I'll tell you what, I've drunk wine with my father. I got merry with my dad, and it was really lovely. I really enjoyed that. Getting to see my dad let his guard down and get little rosy cheeks. My mum would never. You know what I mean? Not even to try to taste it, but the only time my mum tastes wine is on Sunday for communion. You know what I mean? Adopt all of you. You're older than me. How am I meant to adopt you? You can adopt me, titular. But you already feel more like a big sister than a mum though. You don't feel like a mum. You feel like a big sister. Deadpool! Here we go! The boys are in now! Hey! The posse are back! Hey Deadpool, how's it going, bro? I was expecting to see you earlier tonight, but I'll catch up with you very soon, you know where I am. Anytime. Love from India. Hello. I know it's not the same. But incidentally, my daughter was half Pakistani, which shares a border with India. My daughter was mixed race. I know. Whiter than fucking white. Check out this white boy. But no, I've had an interesting life. Like I say. Well, hello, ladies. Hello. Well, hello. There are quite a few ladies now. Do you want to know something? Deadpool, are you ready for this? Right? When I started this channel, it was a 100% male thing. Despite the fact that titular, I'm CJ, you've been with me since pretty much the start. But you being one female clearly didn't represent enough of the algorithm to even make up 1% of my viewer base. So 100% of my viewers were men. But since I started doing the live streams, I now have a tiny percentage of female viewers. So hello, ladies. Hello. What's his name again from the Carry On films and Basil? You know who I'm talking. Well, hello. Yeah. Well. Yes, ladies. Well, hello. You know the guy. You know the guy that I'm trying to impersonate. Well, ladies, the big gap in his teeth. Yeah. Oh, yeah. The English guy. What's his name? I'm gonna have to look him up. Oh, by the way, we're watching The Storyteller, dude. When was the last time you watched Storyteller? Jim Henson. It's in my playlist. We're on episode 4. We're getting through them tonight. And after we've got like the original series, If I'm Still Awake, there's the Greek ones, and I love the Greek ones. I've got plenty to say about them as well, eh? In fact, I've been missing so much of this. It's got such an amazing cast. There are so many amazing actors, like either before they were famous or at the height of their fame in the UK. It's weird. There's like a lot of like British cast people in this, including John Hurt. You know? But Jim Henson, he had like a lot of tie-ins to UK studios. Rubbish. You're so negative, Deadpool. I love you, bud. You know I do. But like, there are so many great shows that you don't have time for. You remind me of my dad sometimes, eh? He's like, oh, son, why do you waste time with that nonsense? It's like, I can't help but feel like you're missing the point somewhere with what some of these shows, you know? Oh, Mrs. Brown's Boys. Well, I discovered Mrs. Brown's Boys while I lived in Ireland. It was playing on RTE back in those days. Pickle, you know what I'm talking about. You know I'm a real one if I'm talking about RTE. Because if you've not been inside Ireland, you don't know about RTE. Trust me. Right? It's like ITV. Do you ken fit like about RTV? No, you didn't ken. Because you know from here. Ken fit like. No, you didn't. You do, Deadpool. You get it. Your fucking accent's bad. Shut up. Any of your accents. Dude, all of my accents are fucking The way that I speak is a fucking affectation, man. Everything I say is I could talk like this. I could talk like I've got more of a Glasgow thing. I've got family down there, and a lot of my family for like this talk like this. But I don't talk like this. I choose not to talk like this because I don't want to sound like them down there. I want to sound more friendly and upbeat, and I go even further up. Like I've got family from like thingy, and I knew folk from the church, and I've borrowed accents from everywhere. My entire accent is made up, man, because it's from everywhere. Right, I was going to say, I've discovered it in Ireland, right? And at first I found it funny. Like when I was in Ireland and I first watched it, like the RTE original Mrs. Brown's Boys version, I thought that was funny. But then I came back to the UK just in time for Mrs. Brown's Boys to be remade for more of an international audience, like starting off in the UK but with plans for it being syndicated. And by the time I watched it the second time round, obviously I felt like it was getting a little tiny bit stale because I'd seen it before in Ireland. But also, I could start to see the cracks in the cast. You know what I mean? Like, there was definitely nepotism going on. Like, the guy that played Mrs. Brown, his actual kids were getting starring roles in each episode and main role stories in each episode. And the people that weren't his direct family were getting neglected to the point where some of the original cast members left and were just replaced or weren't replaced and and it got really ugly, and I just gave up on Mrs. Brown's Boys. I kind of, as much as I enjoyed it when I very first saw it, I could see that there was stuff going on that made me feel uncomfortable, and I wasn't laughing anymore when I was watching it. Do you know what I mean? Does that make sense? Like, I thought it was a funny show initially, but then the longer it went on, I felt like it was more kind of a syndicated thing being driven by a patriarchal kind of despot. Boss baby. I don't, yeah. They're wondering when you're coming back to the Discord, and I've told them you're not coming back, bud. I've told them you're not coming back. I don't know what to say. I did say he isn't coming back. Micro pickle, yeah, exactly. Well, hello! I will tell you. My husband was killed by the booze. No, he wasn't an alcoholic. He was hit by a Guinness truck. I'll tell you what. Mrs. Doubtfire, his accent, it sometimes just tilted on the slightest bit of Irish, I would say. But at the same time, Robin Williams, if he came here, he would be an instant adopted American. In fact, even post-mortis, I would still accept him. Hey, Robin Williams, I don't care how dodgy his accent was. He's Scottish to me. Because Scotland's like that. We're not just a genealogy or a place or a thing. It's a culture, and you can be one of us, and it doesn't matter what your skin colour. Like, we've been decimated by so much shit, man. Like, genuinely. The Romans came in and killed our druids. That was the end of our history. Ever since then, anything that's been told about us has been the Romans telling people what they thought of us. Right? When the druids died, that was the end of that. After that, we had Culloden, When once we got beaten with that, there was the Highland clearances. At which point the English did their very, very best to commit genocide and wipe us out completely and replace the Scottish people with sheep. That's not like a euphemism, I mean sheep, real sheep, actual sheep. They thought that sheep were more profitable than having us. So they tried to starve us out, and that's why there's a lot of Scottish people in Canada nowadays. There's a lot of plastic Scottish Canadians. Frosty! Hey, Frosty! How's it going? Frosty, I know I've told you this before, but it'll be cool to tell you this in person for a change. You're the second Frosty in my life. I used to have a good friend called Frosty back in the day when I was a young man, back when I was gothing things up. When I was a punk goth, I had a friend called Frosty. So you're the second Frosty mate that I've had in my life, my man. Cheers, slanjava to you. By the way, we're watching Storyteller. We're on episode 4, 16 minutes, 32 seconds in. It's a timestamp for anybody watching in the future. Because I get a lot of views after my live stream ends. Like, after it ends and I stop, I seem to get an awful lot more views. People go back and watch it. So if you're watching in the future, I need to try and keep that in mind as well. As well as my mates that I'm talking to in the chat just now. I need to keep in mind of all of it. Because this is going to be here either forever or until I say something so controversial it gets me taken down. And as the channel goes on, as I get closer to May is my deadline. If I don't have 1,000 subscribers, which I'm never going to reach, then I'm just going to say more and more stuff and be more and more myself and probably be more and more controversial just because I'm being honest. You know what honesty is like. People don't like it, generally, so... I'm getting more and more drunk, by the way, in case you're wondering. It's 9:15 in Scotland. I can't believe I've got over 250 subscribers, by the way. I just want to say, when I started this less than 6 months ago, never in a million years did I think I would reach double digits of subscribers. I didn't think I would make it into double digits. 10. If I had 10 subscribers, I would have gone, how the f have I got 10 subscribers? Have I even got 10 friends? How have I got 10 subscribers? That would have been my mindset 6 months ago. The fact that I've got 250 subscribers. Plus. No, I've got more than that. Thank you, everyone. It's been something, let me tell you. Should I put on a hat? I've got a new hat, by the way. Would you like to see my new hat? A little top hat thing going on. I think I could play this at a bit of a joint here. I think I'm going very culture club. Come a chameleon. Come and go. You come and go. Loving could be easy if your color was like my dreams. Red, gold, and green. Red, gold, and green. Don't worry, I won't go on. I could, but I won't. But do you not think this hat is very Boy George? No? My new hat. Boy George. For all you young homies out there, Boy George was another one. You know, I was talking to you, my homies about the Damned. Jet boy, jet girl. I'm gonna take you around the world. I'm gonna make you penetrate. Yeah, I'm gonna make you be a girl. Ooh, he gave me head. You know what I'm talking about with the Damned? Culture Club were doing that same thing. Fighting for gay rights when gay rights meant getting kicked in outside of the club.
And I have the answer.
I've had a lot of gay mates over the years, my friends, eh?
It's freedom yours.
Ally isn't the word, eh? I just never fucking got it. Frankly, if you're straight and you have a problem with gay people,
And for the first time in years, centuries,
it's leaving you more women.
a smile is forming in his mind.
And I'll tell you what, you see Deadpool, he knows that as well. He got fucking banned from Discord for the entire fucking weekend over a sarcastic comment. And I'll tell you what, he fucking understood that shit. Oh. What you gonna do? People are motherfuckers, eh?
I have done as you bid, he says. And the king could give his blessing. And I must know it cost him in his bitter heart. Then out comes the treasure. Out popped the king.
Oh shit. You want me to tell some folklore? We are literally watching the storyteller. You would rather listen to me than the storyteller doing folklore.
Where the sea breaks.
Okay. Okay, hang on. Gee whiz, you're an odd one. But okay.
His eyes, covering his mouth, the king vowed to go himself. And that very night he slipped away alone and set off in search of this magic shore across the lake. Come on, come on, come on. Can't we go any faster? Yes, there is a way. Take it, he says.
I think I'm not prepared. How's this for you?
One day to a lake
The giant book of myths and legends.
rose by
Should that do this for you? A little preambler. I'm going to turn down the volume completely. Here. If you're watching The Storyteller, go and watch The Storyteller by Jim Henson, which is in my playlist. But if you would like to read me to thingy, this is something that I'm planning to do in the future. So this is going to just be a little tester pilot. Here we go. We've got heroes and monsters, battles and conquests, love, revenge and self-sacrifice, wonders and mysteries, or fulfillment and fate. Let's go for wonders and mysteries, shall we? It's the Curious Guru. It's not the Curious Guru channel anymore. And it's definitely not the Curious Godless Guru channel anymore. That was how this whole thing started. Like, this was never meant to be a channel. Really. I created an account, but it was never meant to be anything. Anyway. Let's see. Indian, Irish, English, American Indian, African, or Japanese? Let's go for Hungarian. I've always found Hungarian folklore to be really rich, and there is a lot of Hungarian folklore. So let's check out the Hungarian folklore. 447. The Prince Who Sought Immortality. Once in the very middle of a large kingdom, there was a town, and in the town a place, and in the place a king. This king had one son, whom his father thought was wiser and cleverer than any son ever that was before. And indeed, his father had spared no pains to make him so. He had been very careful in choosing his tutors and the governors. When he was a boy, and when he became a youth, he sent him to travel, so that he might see the ways of other people, and find that they were often good as his own ways. It was now a year since that the prince had returned home, for his father had felt it was a time that his son should learn how to rule the kingdom, which would one day be his. But during the long absence, the prince seemed to have changed his character altogether. From being a merry, light-hearted boy, he had grown into a gloomy and thoughtful man. The king knew of nothing that could have produced such an alteration. He vexed himself about it from morning until night, till at length an explanation occurred to him. The young man was in love. Now the prince never talked about his feelings. For the matter of that, he scarcely talked at all. And the father knew that it was to come to the bottom of the prince's dismal face, he would have to begin. So one day after dinner, he took his son by the arm and led him into another room, hung entirely with pictures of beautiful maidens, each one more lovely than the other. "My dear boy," he said, "you are very sad. Perhaps after all your wanderings, it's dull for you to be here all alone with me. It would be much better if you would marry, and I have collected here the portraits of the most beautiful women in the world, of a rank equal to your own. Choose which among them you would like for your wife, and I will send an embassy to her father and ask for her hand." "Alas, your majesty," answered the prince, "it is not love or marriage that makes me gloomy, but the thought which haunts me day and night that all men, even kings, must die. Never shall I be happy again till I have found a kingdom where death is unknown, and I have determined to give myself no rest till I have discovered the land of immortality." The old king heard him with dismay. Things were worse than he thought. He tried to reason with his son and told him that during these years he had been looking forward to his return in order to resign his throne and its cares, which pressed so heavily upon him. But it was in vain that he talked. The prince would not listen to anything, and following the morning, buckled on his sword and set forth on his journey. He had been travelling for many days and had left his fatherland behind him. When close to the road, he came upon a huge tree, and on its topmost bough an eagle was sitting, shaking the branches with all its might. This seemed so strange and so unlike an eagle that the prince stood with still surprise. And the bird saw him and flew to the ground. The moment its feet touched the ground, he changed into a king. "Why do you look so astonished?" he asked. "I was wondering why you shook the brows so fiercely," answered the prince. It's a weird thing. I would be more surprised that he had turned into a king. Sorry. Back on with the story. "I am condemned to do this, for neither I nor any of my kindred can die until I have rooted up this great tree," replied the king of the eagles. "But it is now evening, and I need to work no more today. Come to my house with me, and be my guest for the night." The prince accepted gratefully, The prince accepted gratefully the eagle's invitation, for he was tired and hungry. They were received at the palace by the king's beautiful daughter, who gave orders that dinner should be laid for them at once. While they were eating, the eagle questioned his guest about his travels, and he was wondering for the pleasure's sake, or with any special aim. Then the prince told him everything. And how could he ever turn back until he had discovered the land of immortality? "Dear brother," said the eagle, "you have discovered it already, and it rejoices in my heart to think you will stay with us. Have you not just heard me say that death has no power either over myself or any of my kindred until the great tree is rooted up? It will take 600 years, hard work to do that, so many that my daughters will let us live happily together here. All the 600 years is an eternity." "Ah, dear king," replied the young man, "your offer is very tempting, but at the end of 600 years we should have to die. So we should be no better off. No, I must go on until I find the country where there is no death at all." Then the princess spoke. "I tried to persuade the guest to change his mind, but he sorrowfully shook his head. At length, seeing his resolution was firmly fixed, she shook from a cabinet a little box which contained her picture, and gave it to him, saying, "As you will not stay with us, Prince, accept this box, which will sometimes recall to you us our memory. If you are tired of travelling before you come to the land of immortality, open your box, look at my picture, and you will be borne along either long earth or into the air, quick as thought or swift as the whirlwind." The prince thanked her for her gift, which he placed in his tunic, and sorrowfully bade the eagle and his daughter farewell. Never was the present in the world as useful as this little box. As many times did he bless the kind thought of the princess. One evening it had carried him to the top of a high mountain, when he saw a man with a bald head, busily engaged in digging up steadfuls of earth and throwing them in a basket. Where the basket was full, he took it away and returned with an empty one, which he likewise filled. The prince had watched him do this for a little while, till the bald-headed man looked up and said to him, "Dear brother, what surprises you so much?" "I was wondering why you were filling the basket," replied the prince. "Oh," replied the man, "I am condemned to do this, for neither any of my family can die till I have dug away the whole mountain and made it level with the plain. But come, it is almost dark, and I shall work no longer." And he plucked a leaf from the tree close by, and from a rough digger he changed into a steadily bald-headed king. "Now come with me," he added. "You must be tired and hungry, and my daughter will have supper ready for us." The prince accepted gladly, and they went back to the palace, where the bald-headed daughter, who was still more beautiful than the other princesses, welcomed them to the door and led the way into a large hall, into a table covered with silver dishes. While they were eating, the bald-headed king asked the prince how he happened to be wandering so far, and the young man told him all about it, and how he was seeking the land of immortality. "You have found it already," answered the king. "For as I said, neither I nor my family can die till I have levelled these great mountains. And that will take 800 years, longer. Stay here with us and marry my daughter. 800 years is surely long enough to live." Do you want to know something? I've been reading for quite a while. I'm going to take a break. This was only meant to be a demo. I hadn't realised it was going to be quite such a long story. There's still another, 2-3 pages. But you know what? I'm going to finish this one this Wednesday. I'm not even going to wait till my next stream. This Wednesday, I'm going to finish this story. I'll put a bookmark in it now, and I'll fill it with the Little Book of Abuse. And before I go, I'll read a random comment from the Little Book of Abuse. This is for you, Deadpool. Try and fit this one into your week, brother. Ready? "I say you set aside the special time to humiliate yourself in public." How perfect is that? "I see you have set aside the time to humiliate yourself in public." I can think of someone. You can definitely use that one on, brother. Okay. So that's my 2 little readings for tonight, and I'll use the Little Book of Abuse as my bookmark for the rest of the story. But I hope you enjoyed that, and I'm going to turn up the volume, and I'm going to enjoy some more of The Storyteller, which is meant to be what I'm watching. But I hope you enjoyed that little bit of Hungarian folktale and are looking forward to hearing the conclusion. I'm going to pour out myself some more. Oh, here we go. Actually, I'll turn the volume down for this because I'm not an ASMR freak, but any Scotsman and many alcoholics will find this a satisfying sound. Oh. Slanjeva. Time to top up now. I think I'll have a big glass this time. I've got a really cool glass with a skull hand, but this is a bigger glass that'll keep me going longer. Can fit like. Or maybe you didn't can fit like, because maybe you didn't speak Doric. Do you speak Doric? Hands up how many you speak Doric, which is like one of the rarest dialects in the entire world. Me, and I'm hoping to see one other hand in my Discord, because I happen to have a local friend who I hope speaks Doric. I'm sure he does. You do? Aye. Aye, you do. You'll be like me. Your gran would have spoke it. I'm sure your gran would have spoke it to you. Ach, na bigore. Didn't be stupid. Yeah, oh, dude, how you were treated on Deadpool. Actually, fuck, I've been reading for ages. I'm gonna have to go back through and read my comments. Hang on. Okay, this is where I was. That's it! Telltale tit, your tongue will be slit, and all the dogs in Scotland will get a wee bit. That's it! I'll get a wee... That's the one! Telltale tit, your tongue will be split, and all the dogs in Scotland will get a wee bit. That's the one. That was it. Oh, thank you, dude, for reminding me. It went away from my head. Yeah, Demna, you were born in the 80s. Where's Sock, man? I don't know yet. Damn. Are you? CJ, you 10 years older than me. You don't seem it. But then again, nor do any of it. Age is seeming less and less relevant these days. As long as you're like an adult these days, who knows? You know, all bets are off. I gave you the chat about bees. I'm sorry I've gone quiet. I'm trying to catch up with the chat. Oh, CJ, your kid's also adopted. Well, we've got that in common as well, hon. Hey. Good on you, hen. You're a good wifey, eh? I know what that's like. Because you're not giving any guarantees, are you? You know what I mean? Leave my wives alone! Are you Papa Lazarus? You're my wife now, Dave. Llewellyn, are you Papa Lazarus? You're my wife now, Dave. Hello! Yeah, I'm going back to it. Yeah, that's how far back I am. Mrs. Brown's Boys, I remember talking about that. Boss Baby, yeah. Hey, Frosty, just got off work. Cool. The mask. Oh, I've got a whole bunch of masks. Which mask? There are masks that are easier to talk in. And if I'm hosting a channel, I should probably be able to talk. By the way, I know the volume has been off for a while. For those of you needing a timestamp, we're on episode 5, 16 minutes, 21 seconds in. 16 minutes, 27 seconds now. I don't know why I'm bothering giving you timestamps. The amount of time that I spend talking about these shows. Oh, that's another fantastic story where he catches death in a sack. That's another Hungarian tale, if I'm not mistaken. See where he catches death in a sack? See what I mean about Hungarian stories? Hungarians have some fucking awesome folklore. Like, it might be my second favourite next to Greek. Straight up. And that's like over Gaelic, like Cuchulainn and stuff. Cuchulainn, the hound. Setanta is a young man who became Cuchulainn. For those of you who know the Scottish myth, the stories of the hound. Cuchulainn. Slanjava Cuchulainn, the first Scottish superhero. I'm glad that you're all getting to know each other in the chat, by the way, eh? It's a really cool community here, if I do say so myself. I don't want to come across as arrogant, but I do seem to have attracted an eclectic and interesting crowd of people. And all really lovely, kind people as well, apart from Deadpool, but he is lovely and kind, but he just has a rough exterior because he's Scottish. It's the way we are. Well, most of us. I'm proper fucking weird. I'm telling you now. I'm not like a lot. There are Scottish people like me. I'm not unique, but I'm weird. You know what I'm saying? I'm too friendly, I'm too accepting, I'm too trusting. It makes me weird. We have no lore. Fuck. That's not true, dude. Like I say, I was just talking about Setanta. Cuchulainn. The Hound of Cullen. That's Scottish folklore. We've got plenty of Scottish folk. It's just that the stuff that was passed down by the Druids got wiped out. And that was our entire fucking history. All of our creation stories, all of our like it was all lost. All we've got left of our culture after the Romans killed the Druids is general vagary ideas that we worshipped the goddess Earth. Like we worship the earth and we worship the sun. That's basically our entire, and the moon. The sun and the moon and the earth were our gods. And that's pretty, and like there were manifestations of them, like there was the maiden and the hag and the warrior, like, and they were all manifestations of the goddess, and that's part of our ancient Scottish lore, but so much of it, of the detail of it, has been lost because the Romans killed all of our druids. So, like, when written language was only really understood by the Druids and passed down and thingy by the Druids, all of our history was oral. It was all passed down by tongue, and it got killed off with the Druids. People don't understand what a huge... Like, it's worse than genocide, in a way. Like, if you killed the people... Lots of people have died throughout all of human history, but there's history of them left. But by the Romans killing the Druids, they killed what we were, and we've had to become a whole new people again. It's fucked up what happened to us historically. And then, like I say, after that, we've not been treated much better. Tell you the truth. There's not many of us left, really, Scottish people. if you think about it. We should be like any other European country, but we're not. We've got a tiny, tiny pot. Like, over 80% of Scotland is completely unpopulated. Wrap your heads round that, people. 80% of this entire country is entirely unpopulated. And it's not because we're not randy fuckers, generally. You know what I mean? We could put them out there. My grandmother, my grandfather had 10 brothers and had 10 brothers. You know what I mean? It's my grandmother had like 8 brothers and sisters. By the way, at the end of World War One, she only had one left. But that's what has been done to Scottish people throughout history. We had Culloden, and then we had the clearances, and then we had 2 world wars. We were put on the front lines for fucking everything. And that's how we've ended up where we are nowadays. You know what I mean? It's not good. But we don't spend a lot of time thinking about it because we're already fucked. We don't like to admit it. The only way we'll survive is by inviting in people from outside to increase the gene pool at this point. You know what I mean? We lost our ignorance, purity and pride. To quote some Nine Inch Nails. I'll play some Nine Inch Nails before the end of the night, will I? I'm going to turn the volume back up again for me because I'm missing the storyteller and I love this show. And I specifically didn't watch it so I might, because I knew I might be watching it with you tonight. And I am, so I'm glad that I didn't rewatch it recently. I love the little demons from the episode where he's in the sack. I'm not 12. His missus isn't 12. The people that he does jobs for have to be old enough to pay him. As far as I know you're the only 12-year-old that he's talking to. You see, dude, don't make fun of my mate. I'll stick up for him. Like, you're both mates, but you're the one that's harder on that one. Oh, he already got there. He already called you a 12-year-old. You see, that's the problem with catching up with the text. I'm missing who's instigating shit. I told some folklore. Oh, no, that was the one that I read. I read that before.
The best place by the fire was kept for the storyteller.
Oh, you can't see what's happening in the storyteller. Are you not able to access the playlist? It's Jim Henson. It's really good. You should check it out. I mean, stellar folklore. In fact, thinking about it, in many ways, this is possibly one of the shows that gave me my love of folklore and my interest in folklore. It goes that far back for me, because like I say, I was about between 6 and 8 years old maybe when I watched this. It's just because I've got a really funny memory and I can remember further back than I probably should be able to.
So she obeyed him, cruel though he was.
Yeah.
She
Yeah.
didn't obey.
Oh, yeah. What's the fuck? You can't say hate these days. What the actual fuck? Like, the sarcasm was thick in that one. And yet still, algorithms don't understand sarcasm. And so we're left in a world where we need to be careful about fucking everything we say. Like we're fucking little bitches that aren't allowed to have our own thoughts. Talk about Orwellian. Hey, thought police. You know what I mean? God forbid that you have thoughts that go against the grain. Oh, you've had a thought that society doesn't allow you to think. Oh. Talk about fucking Orwellian. You know what I mean? It's fucked up. I'll be interested to go over the algorithm statistics for when I was doing my book reading, because I'm planning on doing that as a thing. Like, reading folklore and books and things that I'm interested in, because I'm a big old nerd and I do a lot of reading as well as watching movies. In fact, very often I'm multitasking, very often, and I'm reading and watching movies and doing stuff on the... I'm a multitasker. My brain doesn't turn off, you know? I'm one of those guys that literally has... I've got 3 screens in front of me right now and I'm still needing extra stimulation. I'm having to roll and drink while I'm watching 3 separate screens right now and talking to you. I'm a multitasker. My brain doesn't stop. Even when I'm drunk. It's because I know there's too much. There's too much to take in a lifetime, so I'm just got to do my best. And I have been. I've been trying to do my best to take it all in and make sense of it all holistically. Jack of all trades, master of none, unfortunately. Well, I don't know. I like to think master of all trades. No, jack of all trades, master of some. I think that might be fair. Jack of all trades, master of some, I would be happy with when I die. But at the moment, I'm probably a jack of all trades, master of none. But that's not what I'm hoping for. Check out the neck beard. Hey, has that grown in just since I started the stream? I feel like I shaved more recently than that. Oh, by the way, I'm gonna surprise y'all. Hey, when I come back, like come back. Although I will go back to the full thing, just for like a couple of episodes, maybe a couple of weeks, I'm going to show you one of the other styles of beard that I do that's a little bit unusual, that you probably haven't seen before. I'm going to regrow a monkey tail for y'all. If you're not familiar with the monkey coil, go check it out. Because that's going to be the next facial hair that I grow for the next just a couple of weeks, and then I'll go back to what you're used to, because I know YouTube is fickle and they like people to have moustaches to keep them moustaches, and I know the real ones, you're going to be fine with it, but everyone else, you'll get to see me regrow my moustache. But in the meantime, I'm going to do a full monkey coil. So I'm going to have to start combing my hair this way down round instead, so that I can shave from down here, round, right up, round, and then up to a coil here. So it's like a... That's the next one I'm going to grow for fun. Because I get bored. I used to be a goth. If I wanted to change my makeup slightly, I could. But I've not been able to do that properly in 20 years. So since I haven't been able to do that properly in 20 years, instead, I'm going to do a monkey coil to keep myself entertained, and maybe even some of you. Who knows? No, my mother helped me out this time. Well, no, I do shave generally, but like now and again I get my mum to tidy up at the back for me because I can't see, and when she's doing the back for me, she does the rest as well. But I'll tell you what, she fucking hates doing this for me. Like, doing it short, she loathes. I feel bad making her do it, but she understands that it's better that I look smart than I'm just go to rack and ruin. So she will do the back of my head for me, my mum. But she was the last one to do my hair.
Alice is here, but Anya didn't do it. There is big
Yeah. God bless grey-haired sweet old mothers with clippers. Like I say, I was quite blessed. Both of my parents are intelligent, well-educated people, and if there was a God, I would be thanking him for it. You know what I mean? Jesus, man, the practical effects in the storyteller, you do not get better to this day. To this day, you do not get better practical effects than that. That is as good as it gets. Ever. This is the pinnacle that you're watching. This period of time when it was like things like Lion, the Witch and the Wardrobe were being made, and the early Peter Jackson movies like Bad Taste and Brain Dead, and practical effects of this kind. This was the apex. It didn't get better than this, and it hasn't since. Forgive my little lederhosen steps there, Stick. Do you like the back? The hoops, they go around the back as well, yeah? Das ist sehr gut, ja? Verstehen? Ja? Ken Fitzmental. Fitzmentalman. Shake Shadow Moses. Fitzmentalman. Ken Fit. Fit is it? I'm from Doric. I'm Doric. I'm from Northeast, so Fit instead of Whit. People don't realise the difference, eh? Just in a small area, how different dialects can be. It's love. You know, somebody that I'd really want to highlight on my channel at some point is Peter Ustinov. I might even do an entire fucking episode dedicated to Peter Ustinov. Or even a playlist. Yeah, an entire playlist dedicated to Peter Ustinov. I think that would be a good way to spend my time for the channel. Because talk about the greatest storytellers of all time. Do you get better than Peter Ustinov? How many of you know who I'm talking about when I talk about Peter Ustinov? Hands. There's 3 of you watching. I don't know why I'm thinking my time doing that, but maybe people will watch in the future. If you know who I'm talking about, Peter Ustinov, leave a comment. And if nobody leaves a comment, even fucking better reason for me to do an entire playlist about Peter Ustinov and maybe even rant about him for an entire fucking episode. You want quotes, curious quotes? Peter Ustinov will have plenty. You know what I mean? The guy is a wealth of knowledge. He's a fucking well of information, of genius storytelling and history. So, if you don't know about him, it's definitely worth my time dedicating some time to Peter Ustinov. One of the greatest storytellers to have ever lived. Certainly in remembered lifetime, you know? Peter Ustinov. I'm going to say the name just once more because it's a name that's worth knowing. It's like Bill Hicks, you know what I mean? It's a name that you need to know. You need to know what they're about. You need to know what they can do and what they stood for. And Peter Ustinov, incredible man. Bill Hicks is another person that I really should dedicate an entire episode to. I've done one for like Norman Wisdom and spent some time with Buster Keaton. You know what I mean? I feel like if I've done Norman Wisdom and Buster Keaton, they definitely deserve it, you know? Is it just me? I know I'm seeing 3 people, but I also know that YouTube is absolutely full of shit. I don't only have 3 viewers because, quite frankly, there is no way that I end a stream with almost 1,000 views if that's all I'm watching. They totally lie to me all the time to try and discourage me. I'm pretty sure that's why they do it. You see, immediately as soon as I said I've only got 3 viewers, it went up to 5. Did they listen to me? Am I being drunk and paranoid? It almost seems like YouTube tries to discourage me as like an independent content creator putting out things for friends and family, rather than to try and create a vast YouTube empire, which clearly is not the goal here. Are they punishing me for it? You do not get to make friends. We are YouTube. We have ways of making you not talk. We can make you not talk. We are YouTube, yeah? With the lederhosen. I'll tell you what. From South Africa, you might appreciate this. I heard a song quite recently that made me really laugh. Every German that is alive today has danced the I am not a Nazi polka. How's that for a song? And that was written in like 1963. That was a real song. That wasn't AI slop. That was like a real song that was written in 1963. Every German who is alive today has danced the I am not a Nazi polka. Actually, before I have a smoke, I'm going to turn down the volume again. And I'm going to have a little go on. Yeah, I know. Nice hair, bro. I know. You want to know something? I know I said I was going to like mess around with my facial hair and stuff, but with my hair like this, pretty much the worst moustache I could possibly get with my thingy undercut is if I do a Macaulay Culkin I think you get the idea of what I am saying, of what a really bad mustache for me to be growing right now would be, yeah? It would not work if I grew that kind of mustache at the moment. It's going to be definitely a very different kind of facial hair. Should I change it? Should I go straight forward, full on punk look? That's the great thing about an undercut. It's so versatile. You know what I mean? I can do different things with it. Even without product. This is before I even hit product. I can do different looks. A little more emo, something. Yeah. Yeah, dude. Can go even emo with it if I want to do the South Park thing. Which I don't. Because I'm too old for that shit. I'm well into my mid-40s. Yeah. What was I doing? I was going to do some of the mouth harp. Where did I lose it? Have I lost it? Am I sitting on it? I've lost my mouth harp. What did I do with it? This is the problem with drinking while you're live streaming. Or starting drinking before you start live streaming. Either way. I have lost my motherfucking jaw harp. At least I haven't lost my long cigarette. Every German who is alive today has danced the I am not the Nazi polka. Got that song going on in my head now. It just made me laugh so much. You know, that's my sense of humour, you know? I come from the UK, and worse, I come from Scotland. It's just, we have a dark sense of humour here. The less appropriate it is, the funnier it is. It's just that simple. I cannot believe, how have I lost every single fucking clip that I've got? I've got so many joint clips and I've lost every single one. Suppose I've still got this one. Slightly more better than this one, but I made a new one out of brass recently and I really like it and I've lost it and I don't know where it is. I'll use this one instead, but I mean all my joint clips are, sorry, long cigarette clips. Almost did myself there. All of them are in fact made of copper. But the latest one that I made, I really quite like. It's a slightly modified design. By the way, I'm hammered, and I really don't recommend that you play with ballad songs while you're wasted, because it's not a good idea. But I'm not wise. We've already discussed that tonight. I'm not a wise person. Don't pay attention to me. Oh, I'm down to one viewer. I'm guessing it's possibly Demna. Or I need to remember that YouTube lies to me, is what I need to do. Maybe I'm not down to one viewer. Oh, as soon as I said that, up to 2. I'm sure it hears me. Like it checks me. Down to 0 viewers. Nobody's watching now. Oh, that's good. I'll just whap it out. Because nobody's watching. No, I won't. It's been months. It's not November apparently. Good for everybody that's keeping up to November. If you've struggled so far, you're obviously still a young man. Because the older you get, you got less and less reason to fucking arse yourself. It's just a depressing state of affairs. Unless you're actually getting laid, in which case, good for you. I had my heart broken a little too hard to be fucked with that shit anymore. It's just a world of trouble these days. As much as I loved vagina, and believe me, I really did, it's not worth the heartbreak. And I know what you guys are gonna say, go after the cock instead, but unfortunately, no, my ex messed me up so bad that after she was done with me, not even men would satisfy me anymore, I'm afraid. Everything's off the cards for me these days. Somebody was saying gyrate at the screen, and I was like, that would be false advertising. Hey, waste of time. I'm not interested. I'm done. I'm out. Outscape. Nagagato, do I know Ligma? Ligma balls, motherfucker! How's that for Ligma? Or you could lick my ass instead. What's the matter with you? Hey, God, no respect. It's not so bad. It's a nicer place. Ah, shut up in your face. Lick my balls. Oh, I found it. I found it. Let me find an angle where I'm not hitting my teeth.
In November, the Queen died. Outside the palace, the leaves fell lamenting, reds and golds falling. Inside, weeping, the king, his 3 sons, his daughter. And the people filed slowly by to shed their own tears for the dear Queen.
Not getting it, am I?
But there was
Angling
one
this with
among them all
British teeth.
whose eyes were dry.
Here you go, little bit of mouth heart for you. Took me a while to get the alignment. Like I say, British teeth, you know?
She wound him in inch by inch, the past tugging in one way, she patiently pulling him.
Are you watching The Storyteller, by the way?
He thought when he looked at her
If you haven't seen it,
wife's face.
it really is well worth the watch.
You're back, he keeps saying.
I know some of you are watching me for some reason, But the reason that I do this is to draw attention to my playlists. Hey, like the live stream tonight, I'll be adding to the end of the storyteller playlist because it's not about me. Like, even the links that I've got in my playlists, it's not me that's uploading it. It's not me that's getting views when you're watching these videos. It's the people that have uploaded them that are getting the views for it. It's not about me. I just want to show this stuff to you. You know what I mean?
In time.
Happy to do it. If I'm keeping you entertained, it's worth it, buddy. And that's the whole reason I'll be keeping doing this after me. Is like to talk to my friends that have made, like yourself, you know? I'll be keeping in touch, bud, don't worry.
And a canker grew in her mind because she would not share. She wanted it all. And she sowed a seed of fear in the children's lives. Stairs gave way, horses bucked wild, balconies crumbled.
No worries, bud. Do you want me to pop up?
Of course, the witch herself was all honey.
Or do you want to head down?
Is honey. But sometimes the king caught a look and worried she was also the bee. That's right, and bees stink. I hate that witch. Poor man then, torn in half, enchanted by his new queen, frightened for his children. What could he do?
I said I'd take you on a special holiday. We're almost there.
A forest.
A magic forest. Follow the thread.
And sure enough, there it was, pink and perfect.
Hang on, just gonna talk to Cammy for a second.
As if a great
No worries, bro. Catch you tomorrow.
and their sister sat by the stream and dipped her toes and missed her mother, which he always
Cammy. Oh, Blancmange. By the way, I haven't mentioned Blancmange tonight. I'm sorry, it's because I've been talking to Cammy. And everyone else. But Blancmange, hello. I'm sorry for ignoring you yet again. I know you're there in the background, even though you're not at the keyboard. It's Cammy typing away. But hey, hun, how you doing? I hope you're well.
studied horrible spell.
Shout out to
The children were
Blancmange, because
her and power
she's a legend too. It's not just Cammy. It's a pair of them.
and now she would discover where they were, her clouds, and puff them clean away.
Where have you been?
I took the children on a trip. A holiday.
Yes. Anywhere nice?
Yes.
Oh man, the cast for this.
What's that you're sewing?
The cast for this show.
I'm sewing them all little shirts. Aren't they sweet?
That's nice. Is there a lot of those?
You're being very mysterious.
Are any familiar with Blackadder?
What about?
The children.
Queenie.
Oh, the children.
Queenie from Blackadder.
What mother can tolerate not knowing
Hey.
where their children have gone to?
I just want them to have
And obviously,
makes it special.
if you've ever watched Jumping Jack Flash,
Of course. But what
you'll know exactly who he is.
Edward?
It's weird to think that he was a sex symbol in the 80s. I never understood it. I never saw the attraction
You don't
myself, but he was a big sex symbol in the 80s as well. But the fact that she's there is, like I say, I'm a big Blackadder fan, so
Witch had no intention of letting that
Queenie being in this was cool to me.
The next day, the king rode off, and she followed stealthy as a bat, and watched him roll out the magic thread. And with sly sleight of hand, she stole it for herself, and soon she watched it wind its secret way towards the children.
I can smoke a joint and do ballad song at the same time.
And the chill curse she knew
While drunk and smoking, I can do ballad song. not just regular balisong, but actual balisong tricks. Like I say, this is like from reverse grip. Look, like it's not in like a way that you could if it was held down. You can't do much with that, right? But from that hand position, I can spin around, close it, open it. You know what I mean? It's like I've done this for a long time. You know, it's quite.
And all the while the king stumbles lost in the forest and cries out, "Children!"
Yeah, it's not a bad ballad song, is it? Started its life as a trainer, but in my hands, I forge actual knives. You know what I mean? Like, I forge real knives. Converting a trainer isn't too hard. I would never take it outside the house, but at the same time, if you can't do the tricks with an actual sharpened blade, what I learned to do it on a proper trainer. But once I had learned, if I couldn't do it with a sharp one, I wouldn't have been able to have. I would have felt like a phony. I would have felt like a fake. Do you know what I mean? And I don't do that shit. I am as real as it gets, people. Hey, you know the expression, "Oh, you're a real one." Well, it sounds cheesy to me, but it does pretty accurately express me. I don't do fakeness. It's not in me. I am me. This is all I can be. Really? Oh, I can do all sorts. You should see the other martial arts stuff. You should see me with a bow staff. Holy shit, I'd impress you with a bow. Hey, well, I've got one right there. Like, I've got an actual bow staff. Look.
Or perhaps she dreamt it because they spoke to
Like, I can...
sister. They seemed
I have spent
helpless.
countless, probably years of my life, if you added them end to end. If you added them end to end, oh, I can barely fit it. That's like up into the corner of my roof. But sliding down, I'm trying to slide down hand lengths to show you. Oh, I'm trying to show you a way to show you how you... But yeah, I can really move this thing. Wait, one day, my friend Nathan is meant to be coming up to visit soon. And when he comes up to visit, and he might be like crashing here for a little while, I'll ask if he's willing to film some stuff while we're outside. And if he does, I'll show you some of the... You want to know something? I know all kinds of martial arts. It's not just Hema. I talk about Hema a lot because that's what I've dedicated at least like the last decade of my life to in terms of martial arts. Is probably more than that now. It's probably about 16, 17 years coming up to that I've been doing Hema. But when I started doing traditional Asian martial arts, and they're more impressive, they're more fancy looking. So I'll do some stuff from Asian martial arts that looks more fancy at first to show you the stuff that's quote unquote interesting. And then maybe I'll do some Hema stuff, which doesn't look as flashy, but is far more practical, trust me. Like, it works. Like in an actual fight, it works, as opposed to a lot of Asian martial arts, which looks fancy, but you're gonna get your fucking arse kicked. That's the truth of it. Because when Hematists look at Asian martial artists, it's the Indiana Jones fight. You know what I mean? A guy comes out, What, with the sword, and he pulls out the gun. That's the Hematist mentality. We're not interested in looking fancy. We're looking at getting the job done. Do you know what I mean? That's the Hematist approach. And anything fancy that we learn, it's purely to improve our basic skill to get the job done. Eh? And when you know what I'm saying by get the job done, I'm going to use a Hematist term. End them rightly. Eh? For all the Hematists out there. End them fucking rightly.
The witch was married to the other king. The other king was dead.
That's a very, very old expression. Mind you, I speak Doric. Fit am I to say. We still use things like ye and yon. We use that in our regular dialect. Ye. Oh, ye. Die. 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 Ye is a term, like as in you, that we still use. It's like Shakespearean talk, what we talk up there. So maybe I'm not the best judge. Hey.
Married his sweetheart. And it was true.
We say ye and yon. See yon down the road. Blah blah. You know what I mean? We use those old words here to this day. So maybe I'm not the best judge for that. Should I put some hair? I feel like I should put some hair product in. I did have like a big luxurious bath today. Some of the subscribers will have seen me while I was in the bath. I didn't take pictures of myself in the bath, but I took the pictures of the bathroom I was in while I was in the bath.
Look after him, won't you? Hug him all up.
I don't do pictures of myself in the bath. I'm not that kind of weirdo. It's not my bag, baby. I'm too old for that shit. Fucking nightmare fuel. I love the storyteller. Where's the baby? Fucking nightmare fuel. Where's the baby? That's not an expression that anyone ever wants to hear. Where's the baby? Fucking nightmare fuel. I love the storyteller. This is stories for kids in the 80s and 90s. You know what I mean? We were wired different back then.
Until morning. And it was better. And looking up to the stars.
Even the 90s. The 80s more so, but even the 90s had a lot of stuff that was like, nowadays it would be considered child abuse. You know what I mean? What was children's entertainment would now be considered child abuse. Because it's fucking up kids' heads. Like, oh, it's horrible, you can't show them that. It's what makes you an adult. It's what makes you grow up.
Of course she did.
It's the shit that makes you grow up. It's not the nice stuff.
Dearest, where have you been? I looked everywhere.
People used to understand that. You need to terrify and horrify your kids in order to prepare them for the worst that life has to offer. Your responsibility as a parent isn't to raise a child.
I hate that witch.
You got it wrong. You're not meant to raise children as a parent.
No one said.
You're meant to raise adults
Baby.
as parents. If you're not raising an adult, you fucked up, motherfucker.
After the princess took her vow of silence, another
That was always my goal with my daughter. I wasn't raising a child, I was raising an adult.
until exhaustion over
The same way I was raised. You raise an adult.
fighting and closed.
Mind you, I turned out a really shitty adult. That wasn't my parents' fault. It's all because I'm fucked in the head. I questioned too much. I thought too much. I was too fucked up. I was fucked from the moment I was born. It wasn't their fault.
Whispered in the corridors of the castle. 2 babies disappeared.
Well, technically it was. They didn't use a condom.
These babies will not speak.
It was their fault. don't have kids.
Bewitched.
If you're gonna have kids, do it like I did and like CJ did. Adopt. That's the right way to have kids.
You know you asked her. I said,
Your genes aren't that important. There is less than 1% difference between us and bonobos.
and she is with child again.
We share 99% of our DNA with bonobo apes. You, within that 1%, are not so special and so different that adopting makes that much difference. Trust me, the input that you put into that child is way more important than any genetic legacy that you as a human being have to offer.
And so, 3 months later, when the baby came,
Yeah. When I first saw my daughter screaming for her ama, which is Punjabi for mother, even though her mother was there because she didn't recognise her own mum at that point, and she was being wheeled up, and my partner had this blank look in her eyes, like what, you know, like Vietnam, the 1,000-yard stare. You weren't there, man. She had that look, you know, the 1,000-yard stare. And this little wee brown baby just crying her wee heart out for her ama. And I knew I needed to be there for both of them. I knew in my heart at that moment that that was my life's purpose, was to raise this wee girl and look after this tussled bird mad girl. I think I know which song I'm gonna play on the ukulele to play it out.
What's the matter? I can't believe it. She's a witch. My poor babies. My poor sons.
But then
She must be burned.
my red angel learned to fly. I wrote a song once.
3 years, 3 months, 3 weeks, and 3 days.
It was an Easter egg for a wee while. A very short wee while.
Princess would be burnt at the stake as a witch. What did she
It was something that I sent to my friend Dan to put music to, but he never got round to it. Which, he's a busy guy, like I say. Friends either die, or they get married and have kids, or they think... Things change as you get older, you know? I did myself, you know what I mean? I'm not the man I was when I was in my 20s.
It was the witch herself who lit the torch and took it towards the bundles of hay and twigs.
No worries, Pickle. You take care. Catch you soon, young man. Have a good one.
And diving and crashing, and she dropped the torch, and in a second it was nothing but dust and ash.
Sleep well, Pickle.
And her 3 brothers, freed from their spell, pulled their sister from the
Another Hungarian tale. This one is also Hungarian. You see the storyteller? I know this story as well, and it's another Hungarian story. Fuck, I'm gonna have to release it as a playlist, haven't I? I'm gonna have to. Not only am I gonna have to release this as a complete playlist, I'm gonna have to recommend it in my episode when I come back at the end of the month.
and a crown.
Hungarian folk tales. It's an animated thing and it's amazing. I'm gonna have to show it because
Well, I thought the babies had been killed.
it's so fucking awesome. Hungarian folk tales, the animated series.
But the ravens knew and caught them up safe and cared for them.
Need to make people aware of that.
Yes, it wasn't 3 years, 3 months, 3 weeks, and 3 whole days. Well, no, clever clogs.
Now, clever clogs.
3 minutes too soon.
It was 3 minutes too soon.
His brother kept one wing.
I love John Hurt's voice.
No, my dear, should you?
He had a very different way of saying things. John Hurt.
3 ravens.
and 3 ravens. Like I say, if you ever get to check out John Hurt's work with Samuel Beckett, and doing his Samuel Beckett plays, particularly the thingy with oh, what's his name, thingy on tape. It'll come back to me, but in fact, it'll be in my playlist at some point. I assure you, before the end of the year, before we're up to May, I'll have that recommended in my playlists somewhere, because people need to know about it.
Tells their past with stories. Explain
Night night, Demna. You take care.
foretold the future with stories.
It's 10 o'clock.
Best place by the fire.
I feel like things are winding up already. Maybe I should think perhaps I should maybe draw things to a close. It's shorter than usual, but suppose it'll go that way sometimes. Like Happy Harry Hard On. Sometimes he's on for 5 minutes. Sometimes he's on for 5 hours. So, don't look, the shadows breathe, whispering me away from you. It doesn't matter how you hide, they'll find you if they want to. It's trembling the door, tussle by my girl. But every night I burn, every night I call your name. Every night I burn, every night the dream's the same. Hey, hey, hey. Don't look, the shadows part, whispering me away from you. Don't talk of worlds that never were, the end is all that's ever true. So lie back down and close your eyes, rest a while, you must be tired. But every night I burn, every night I scream your name. Every night I burn, every night I dream the same. Yeah. Every night I burn, waiting for my only friend. Every night I burn, waiting for the world to end. Yeah, yeah, yeah. So paint your face a shadowed smile, whisper me away from you. Don't wake at night to watch you sleep. You know that you will always lose. So lie back down and close your eyes, rest a while, you must be tired. But every crow black dream. Dreaming the crow black dream. Well, I hope you all enjoyed this evening, and until next time, as ever, don't forget to choose kindness and stay curious, my friends.